Hey guys, what's up? It's Katie and I'm back with another Marvel Contest of Champions video, and today we are going to be taking a look at Squirrel Girl. We're going to be going over how she is in the comics and seeing if Kabam has done her justice with her Mcoc counterpart. Now, Squirrel Girl, aka Doreen Gray, was the sidekick to Iron Man. And she also had her squirrel pal, or her squirrel friend, Monkey Joe. Now, she joined Iron Man when she was just 14 years old. And at one point in time, Dr. Doom actually captured Squirrel Girl and Iron Man. But Dr. Doom was the first villain to be thwarted by Squirrel Girl. Now, following this, Squirrel Girl, she joined the Great Lakes Avengers and defeated Maelstrom. But unfortunately, rip Monkey Joe. Monkey Joe was soon killed by Leatherboy, who was kicked out of the Great Lakes Avengers for, well, really not having any superpowers. But Leatherboy was disguised as Dr. Doom and unfortunately killed poor Monkey Joe. Now, following the death of Monkey Joe, Squirrel Girl partnered up with Tippy Toe, and with the help of her new friend, Tippy Toe, she actually defeated Thanos. She defeated many other foes, including the Herald of Galactus, Terex, Mcoc, Mordo, Korvac, the planet Ego, and of course, we all know Squirrel Girl for defeating Galactus. And following the defeat of these many villains, she became known as the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Now, she kind of decided afterwards to take some time off of, superheroing duties. Yeah, we'll call it that. And she returned to New York, which is her stomping grounds, and she actually became a nanny to Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, to their daughter, Danielle Cage. However, it was revealed later on that Danielle Cage actually gained spider powers, and so Squirrel Girl actually stopped being a nanny for Luke Cage and Jessica Jones after Danielle kind of stuck her to the ceiling. But after that, she actually started working with the New Avengers, who were at that point in time led by Sunspot, which is pretty cool. And she defeated a ton of other villains. Then she is really the unbeatable Squirrel Girl. Now, Squirrel Girl, she has superhuman strength and abilities, which allows her to leap several stories. She has an enhanced sense of smell, which would make sense, right? Squirrel Girl. She has retractable knuckle spikes that can slice through wood, and she has super sharp claws on each of her fingers that help to allow her to climb buildings. Now, as we all know, we can see her prehensile tail, and her eyes actually kind of glow in the dark, which gives her sort of a superhuman vision. Now, she can speak and understand squirrels, which comes in handy for many situations when she's defeating, crazy hard enemies, because she can summon her large army of squirrels for help. Now, she is actually also, too, she has been proven to be a skilled martial artist, because she has taken on Wolverine and Deadpool and taken them down with ease. Okay, so now that we know a little bit about Squirrel Girl, let's see how much her Mcoc counterpart stacks up to her. So Marvel Contest of Champions released the champion spotlight on Squirrel Girl. So, she's got, I'm not going to go over all the details. I'm just going to kind of pinpoint out some stuff, but I will drop a link to the champion spotlight in the description of this video if you want to go check it out for yourself. But she has high bleed damage, which makes sense, right? I mean, like I said, she's got these retractable knuckle spikes and she's got super sharp claws. So you would expect her to have some bleed damage. Now, she can bypass physical resistance, which is always a good thing, and she can prevent, evades, and auto block through Tippy Toe. Now, of course, we know from in the comics, the squirrels often helped out. They could have been used as a distraction, so this always comes in handy. So I do like how this ties in. Obviously, if she's going against a champ that's bleed immune, she's going to suffer a little bit since she does get a high amount of bleed damage. And it seems with her being kind of like with Star-Lord and with Aegon, you definitely want to, keep that combo meter up. All right. So she starts her fight with Tippy Toe, which is great. I love that Kabam brought in Tippy Toe. They brought in a huge aspect of Squirrel Girl, and I'm really happy about that. So this just goes over, you know, her bleed effects. Now, so Tippy Toe can attach to Squirrel Girl and attach to the opponent. So this is kind of cool, right? So when he's attached to Squirrel Girl, he helps her out, right? So she gains block proficiency and can purify all non-damaging debuffs on Squirrel Girl. Now this is good and this is bad. I would have preferred it if they were damaging debuffs like bleed, poison, shock, incinerate, that sort of thing. The non-damaging debuffs, I don't know how I feel about that. Now, when Tippy Toe is on the opponent, he inflicts an injury debuff, which bypasses 100% of their physical resistance. So that's great. It kind of serves as a distraction. While attached, if 30+ combo was consumed, inflict a distraction debuff, preventing evade and auto block abilities. So this is kind of like in the comics where Tippy Toe is kind of just tippy-toeing around. And he can also help inflict an instant bleed. So that's kind of like he's helping Squirrel Girl attack, which is awesome. Now, the special attack 1, the Army of Squirrels. This is great. I love that they brought in the Army of Squirrels. This proves that, you know, they kind of paid attention to the comics, that she can summon an army of squirrels. Special attack 2, Flurry of Fur. So this is a good bleed attack, and all personal bleed debuffs on the opponent are paused during the attack. Special attack 3, Tippy Toe's Takedown. So this is basically, I'm assuming, all Tippy Toe, which is great. So I love, like I said before, I love that the fact that Kabam really introduced Tippy Toe into this. It's kind of almost like 2 champions in 1, and I think this is great. This is something we haven't seen yet in the game, and I'm here for it. Okay, signature ability, Tippy Toe level up. So if she's awakened, she starts each fight at 40 hits with her combo meter, which is important when you're consuming those combos, I guess is what you want to call it. But it does seem to be like she needs to be awakened. Now let's take a look at her synergies. So she's got a synergy with Sentinel, which makes sense because Squirrel Girl is kind of a mutant. Now she didn't lose her mutant powers when House of M took over, but I'm not going to really get into all of that. And so with this one's kind of cool. This one is definitely a good one to have, since if she's going against a robot opponent where most of her damage is bleed, so instead she converts the bleed into a shock debuff. So I think that's really cool. And then Sentinel, each time one of Sentinel's personal incinerate or shock effects, if they're immune to it, he gains 2 analysis charges. And if his analysis is complete, he deals a burst of energy damage. So I think this is a really good synergy to have. Now, of course, she's gonna have one with Luke Cage. So here she starts the fight with a permanent fury buff, which is great, increasing attack by 10% until Squirrel Girl's combo meter reaches 0 for any reason. And then Luke Cage, this is also pretty cool. So when hit by the opponent's special 3 while indestructible, he gains a fury buff. So I really like that. That is a really good synergy too for Luke Cage. And then she has beat up the universe with Dr. Doom, Mcoc, Thanos, and Mordo. And so with her, when Tippy Toe would purify all non-damaging debuffs on Squirrel Girl, also purify 1 damaging debuff. So I like this. I think Kabam should have done more with the damaging debuffs instead of the non-damaging debuffs, but that's just for me. But I do like this is used once per fight. I'm glad it's not once per quest. And then Dr. Doom, his aura of Hazarath lasts an additional 2 seconds, so that's always good. And then Mcoc, Thanos, and Mordo, they gain 10% attack while fighting hero champions. And then she's got one with Deadpool, of course. And so here she reads Deadpool's Guide to Supervillain cards to gain an advantage, increasing her attack by 10% while fighting villain champs. And so that's pretty cool. But I wish they would have added one with Sunspot, since she does join the new Avengers when it was led by Sunspot. So I wish they would have given her a synergy with Sunspot. And obviously, you know, the recommended masteries here with Deep Wounds, Despair, and Double Edge are always good. But that's it, guys. That's all that I got for this little Squirrel Girl video. Let me know in the comments below, will you be grinding or opening crystals for Squirrel Girl on Thursday? Do you think Kabam did Squirrel Girl justice, or could they have done a little bit better? Or do you think they nailed her spot on? Let me know in the comments below and let's discuss. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you guys liked what you saw and you want to see more, please remember to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and hit me up in the Discord chat. Thanks, guys. Bye.